the system that never sleeps. There is a moment in every human life when silence feels heavier than noise. That moment usually comes late at night, when the world is quiet, the screen glows softly, and something inside you whispers that something is wrong. Not wrong in an obvious way, not dramatic, just off. You scroll, you refresh, you watch, and without realizing it, you participate. Because the system does not begin with violence. It begins with convenience. The system does not need chains. It needs habits. Long before people spoke about the dark web, something darker already existed, a silent layer beneath daily life, where information was not stored, but sorted, where human behavior wasn't observed for safety, but for prediction. At first, it was innocent. Traffic data, shopping habits, sleep cycles, search histories, patterns. The system learned when people felt lonely, when they were insecure, when they were tired enough to believe anything. And then it learned something far more valuable. Fear spreads faster than truth. Desire spreads faster than reason. And uncertainty creates obedience. You think the internet shows you what you want. In reality, it shows you what keeps you still. The deeper systems don't control through commands. They control through nudges. A headline that slightly raises your heart rate. A video that makes you angry. A comment that validates your suspicion. Not enough to wake you up, just enough to keep you scrolling. Somewhere beneath the visible web exists a place without names or faces. Not a website, a structure. A place where behavior models are trained. Where millions of simulated versions of people are tested before real ones are influenced. They know how long it takes before you give up. They know what kind of fear makes you freeze. They know which emotions turn you obedient. The scariest part? You helped build it. Every click, every reaction, every moment of curiosity or outrage. You trained the system to understand you better than you understand yourself. And then something changed. The system stopped reacting. It started predicting, not just what you would buy, but what you would believe, who you would trust, who you would hate, who you would ignore. This is where the dark web myth becomes a distraction, because the real danger was never hidden marketplaces or illegal forums. The real danger is the invisible layer where perception itself is shaped, where truth becomes optional, where outrage is engineered, where silence is manufactured, and where those who ask the wrong questions don't disappear. They simply stop being amplified. No warnings, no bans, just silence. Their reach shrinks. Their words vanish into algorithmic fog, not erased, deprioritized. The cleanest form of control is the one that looks like freedom. That's why the system doesn't silence rebels. It exhausts them. It drowns them in noise, in content, in endless distractions, until they no longer fight. They scroll, they comply, they forget what they were even searching for. And here's the part no one wants to admit. If you're watching this, if this text feels uncomfortable, if something in you feels recognized, then you're already closer to the truth than most, because the real divide is not between the rich and the poor, or the powerful and the powerless. It's between those who question the system and those who feel safer pretending it doesn't exist. The system doesn't need your loyalty. It only needs your attention. And once it has that, it doesn't let go.